wagon out. Mule's been hitched with bad intention. Never should have said it, never should have spoke a word about that magic lantern presentation. Mama talked sense into that man we love. Mr. Norman on this land for miles. Ain't nobody ever gonna hear what Papa say down at McKendrick's Mercantile. Hand of justice where I watch it go. Ain't no sharecropper gonna turn them scales. A pretty little girl in a homemade dress won't ever throw progress off the rails. First bloom of spring had started showing. A gentle breeze held the heat at bay. My first taste of independence, to see the world on a vaudeville stage. Mr. Norman introduced us to sights and cities he'd come from. Said he was honored to share his visions of what this small town could become. Hand of justice where I want you gold. Ain't no sharecropper gonna turn them scales. A pretty little girl in a gingham dress won't ever throw progress off the rails. All the questions I kept asking, Mr. Norman's pointed gaze to win important men's attention at such a youthful age. Hand of justice where a watch of gold. Ain't no sharecropper gonna turn them scales. A pretty little girl in a soiled dress won't ever throw progress off the rails. So, Mama come quick, Daddy got the wagon out. Oh, mules hitched with bad intention. I never should have said it, never should have spoke a word about that magic lantern presentation.
Y'all give it up for Rees Shad.
Hello, my love.
Let's do this.
I didn't know you were here. When did you get here?
Early this year.
Guess who's coming tomorrow? Miss Pam.
Oh, sure.
46 years, first time my wife has ever come to a music conference.
I love that.
Yeah, all right. So you had a song earlier about with environmentalism at its heart, right? And I have family out in Arkansas where some say, many say, due to the fracking, where they used to be terrified of tornadoes, and still are to some degree. Now there's a hell of a lot more earthquakes. So I wrote the song when I learned that there were over 250 2.8 or higher Richter earthquakes in one given year in the state of Arkansas. Summer nights in like we remember seem they're growing. Mama and yeah. Oh, we slip into the ocean. At least we'll cool off anyway. All them big trucks come up from the city. The ground been shaking night and day. Governor said ain't no connection. Hell, you know somebody's getting paid. Fucking county's gone to hell, ma. Ain't no living here these days. Sure, there's jobs, but I remember how sweet that water used to taste. Goes to holler in a holler, mourning redemption songs and prayers, with the memory of the people buried there. I feel his presence growing near. Thought the county's gone to hell now. Ain't no living here these days. Sure, there's jobs, but I remember how sweet that water used to taste. Oh, host of trouble come down to Conway, poison bubbling from the ground. Different silence from our country came with that prosperity we found. The county's gone to hell now. Ain't no living here these days. Sure, there's jobs, but I remember how sweet that water used to taste. How sweet that water used to taste.
Rees Shad, y'all.
So I grew up with a lot of songs about folks losing their lovers on a train, watching someone go down the tracks and crying their eyes out in a station, and I kind of wanted to flip that narrative a little bit and see what was happening on the other side. This is a song called The Right Thing. It's on a record that I put out this year called Porcelain Angel. Well, I misjudged the situation. I could not have been more wrong. I left you standing at the station, wondering what you could have done. There were strangers staring at you as you stood there and you cried. I explained before I left you, but my story was a lie, and I believed I was doing the right thing. Self-deceived into doing the one thing I could never So I went down to New York City, tried to follow all my dreams. It turned out as you'd imagine, with me sleeping on the street. I fell in with other strugglers, every story was the same. Well, what stands out is our insistence that we never were to blame, 'cause we believed, oh, we were doing the right thing. Self-deceived, doing the one thing we could never quite undo. I should have left my plans as sketches, so as to adapt them on the fly. Instead I started in all of the details, crossing out everything by and by. Now it's ink black paper, conducive to a lie. Oh, you can't go home again, they'll tell you nothing good comes from a turn. So I suffer in my silence, and I wallow in the yearn for forgiveness never asked for, and contrition left undone. I can't bring myself to face you and the woman you've become, 'cause I believe, oh, I was doing the right thing. Self-deceived, and doing the one thing I could never quite undo. I could never quite undo. Is there any water by any chance?
Yeah.
I should have brought a bottle last time. So I inherited a piano from my great-great-grandfather. The piano was made in 1914, and it still works, still stays in tune, plays like an angel, but I don't. And so I decided that I needed to learn how to, if I'm going to have this thing, I don't want to just put family pictures on it like my mother and my grandmother did. And thank you so much, brother. And so I started trying to learn the piano. In the piano bench were all these pieces of sheet music from the 1940s and 1950s and 1920s, and the American Songbook, the Great American Songbook. So I started working on trying to figure that out. And as I started figuring this stuff out, I started finding chords that were far more interesting than a lot of the chords I played on this instrument before. And so it brought me to the guitar from a whole different mindset. And this is a song that was on an album that I put out a few years ago called The Galahad Blues. It's a large narrative that really explores the Arthurian legend, but twisting it in a noir 1930s gangster story. And if you deal with any of the Arthurian stuff, you end up one day or another having to deal with Guinevere. And so this is a song that Artie, the boss, the crime boss, sings about his lady, Gwen, who's been like giving him the cold shoulder, and he doesn't understand it because he's not quite that bright. This is a song called Ghosted. Good, Reese. Just lost the song. You know, it's kind of cool though, so I'll do that one more time and I'll find the first verse. So I have a memory palace for this song that I built, and it's failing me. There was a time that girl would always listen to whatever I might say. But here and now, her sources have been whispering, maybe I've led her astray. I'm all hung up, I'd never go against her. Once true, but now just blue. Because the one girl that I can rely on is telling me that we are through. I gotta wonder what it was that I said. I spin that dial, but her line's always dead. I keep reflecting back on every date, but she's turned into a ghost that just won't conversate. Apparently everybody's talking, but nobody's heard a thing. No matter how much I say there's nothing to it, still her ears begin to ring. Oh, we make time all the time, it's a natural fact. But now she's slipping me that statue act. Oh, it's a brush off and the girl won't share all the action going on beneath her hair. Out on the dance floor, we get alone at night, out among the hoyt and toilet. Let them all observe us as the band can serve us a pantomime of swing and joy. I'm all hung up, I'll never go against her. Once true, but now just blue. Because the one girl that I can rely on is telling me that we are through.
Now just blue.
That was a fun one. It was fun to write. This is a song from Porcelain Angel from the new record that people seem to really enjoy, and I wrote it with a guy named Lance Cowan from Nashville, Tennessee. When I was down there, I live in Massachusetts, and I'm sorry?
What part of Massachusetts?
Great Barrington, Massachusetts.
Great Barrington? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just outside of Worcester.
Really?
Yeah.
Now we need to know each other.
Okay.
And this song came about because we were talking about the state of the world, especially the United States, and the politics therein, and the differences that we seem to be unable to actually address. And we were frustrated, and maybe had a couple of scotches and wrote this song. Could you make things worse if you spoke your mind? Could you make things better with a single line? Does a tree really fall if it makes no sound? Ain't that the way that the world goes round? Ain't that the way that the world goes round? You know the planet's spinning, perhaps you can't stop that. But you can call out the bullies and the cheats and the rats. Don't tell them like you see it, then you're duty bound to take a ride as the world goes down, 'cause that's the way that the world goes round. If we watch in silence, if you just turn your back, do you have the right to question where you end up at? You know they'll turn the screws as long as you sit back, unless you step up to the line and do a righteous act. Speaking truth to power, bring the liars down. You can change up the way that the world goes round. Change up the way that the world goes round. Change up the way. Change up the way. Change up the way that the world goes down and round.
One more. Pop it.
I'll do a little light one. You know that my wife, when we were first married, I think we've been married 2 years, and she came into the living room one night when she had tried to go to sleep. I think I was keeping her up with my guitar playing, because I was writing love songs about her. And my wife is direct. She came out of the bedroom, she looked over at me and she said, "You write one more love song about me and I'm leaving you." That was 7 years into the relationship, so okay, maybe I was writing too many love songs. And around the same time I was going to open mics at a place in Saratoga Springs called Cafe Lena. Lena Spencer was just an amazing lady, and every night at the end of the open mic I would approach her as she was playing Scrabble with a friend in a corner. Yes, she too, madam, was a Scrabble fan. Anyway, and I would say, "Hey, can I get a gig?" And she was like, "No." It wasn't like no explanation, just no. I was like, wow, okay. So I was a younger man at the time. I didn't have the courage to address the problem. So I was like, okay, never mind. And after a while, I started making coffee for her and making brownies in the kitchen. And so I was a volunteer. So I'm a volunteer, maybe I rank, right? But I keep on like, end of the open mic, "Hey, Lena?" No. Finally one day she goes, "Rees, here's the problem. All of your songs are about trying to get it on. Can you write about something else?" And at that point, between those two women, I began writing songs that were basically stories. This one, however, I had to sneak in recently, because once in a while I gotta still express my my wonder at how I get to have this woman in my life. Baby, wake me in the morning with coffee and some tea. Cuddle up and tell me, ain't no man as sweet as me. Lord, I don't know what I done right, but I sure do wanna do it again. Boy, there's a cockerel in the hen house, crowing up a storm. Babe, I know just what to do so that cockerel don't do harm. I don't know what I done right, but I sure do wanna do it again. She's always friendly, I'm never sad. She rubbed my feet when they're aching bad. Don't know what I've done right in some former life to have myself the very, very best and wise, Lord. Don't know what I've done right. Oh, don't know what I've done right, but I sure do wanna do it again. Oh, baby, take me to the country, she'll take me to the sea. Girl can take a man most any place you wanna be. I don't know what I've done right, but I sure do wanna do it again. Oh, baby, wake me in the morning with some coffee and some tea. Cut it up and tell me, ain't a man as sweet as me. Oh, I don't know what I've done right, but I sure do wanna do it again. Thanks so much for listening. Thank you.